Hi, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you how I do my kids' backpack tags for the new school year in Cricut Design Space. So I'm typing Roblox and baseball because those are their two favorite things. You can really get any graphic, any background that you want off the internet, wherever you want to find it. If you have like screenshots of their own game or really anything you can use. So I'm just going to save this to my desktop. I like this one because there's a lot of space to put words. Like this one is cool, but there's not a lot of space for their name and the information. So yeah, there's other ones you can use. Yeah, you can really use anything. So we're going to upload the image. So I'm just going to drag the file from my desktop into here. And it looks okay. Hit complex, and it looks really fuzzy here, but it's because it's at 300%. If you make it more like 100, that's what it'll look like, and I think that image quality is okay for a bag tag. So I'm just going to rename it to Roblox, then click print and cut image and upload it, and then I'm going to add it to Canvas. So now the ideal size is 3.5 inches wide by 2 inches tall. And I'm going to back it up because they don't automatically lock the image size anymore. I don't know why they do that. But let's put it at 3.5 inches wide. And it's just shy of 2 inches tall. So I'm going to make it 2 inches tall for the height. And that's good. And then now I'm going to add text here for the name, add his teacher's name, and then his class. So I'm going to type Ernie, and I'm going to use a font that I already have in my system called Roblox, and I downloaded this font from thefont.com, and I use this a lot, so I should bookmark it. And you can tell it's a gray color right now, so we're going to make it black and then just resize it so it fits across the top. So I selected both, and now I'm going to center it horizontally, and then I'm going to duplicate this. And his teacher this year is Mrs. Kim. And I'm going to put his class year. So if his stuff gets lost, at least they can kind of narrow it down to which Ernie it is in school, I guess. So you can either write class of 2031, just 31, totally up to you and whatever you have space for. Let's try 8 for both of these. And then I'm going to try to make it fit on the sides. So maybe 6. Okay, that looks pretty good. And if you like it, select the whole thing and flatten it. And it'll print just like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do though, I already made their school ones. So I'm going to take off the teacher's name and their class name. These are for their baseball bags. And then now I'm going to select all and flatten. Actually make it a little bit bigger since it's only the name now. Then just align it again. Okay, so that's perfect. So I'm actually going to make another one. I forgot I have to make it for my other son, of course. So I'm going to unflatten and then duplicate it and add in my other son's name. And his name is definitely longer, so it's going to have to be smaller. So I'm just going to resize it, place it how I want, and then align it horizontally. Okay, and now we can flatten both, and we're ready to make it. So I have these here. It looks good. It's on an 8.5 by 11 sheet, and if you have to make more than one, just add it over here. It's so easy. So now we're going to send it to the printer. I take off the bleed and use system dialog. And mine is always in the back. So I'm just going to do one copy, and that looks good. Okay, so now we can print. And once it's done printing, I'm going to close out of Cricut Design Space. We don't need it anymore. Okay, so I have my printout on a very light cardstock that you buy in bulk, all printed out. And this is the thermal laminator that I'm using. It came in a box like this. This is like really old, gotta be at least 5 years old. So I will link something similar if I can't find the exact same one. And then I just buy these on Amazon also. These are just packets of 50 luggage tags, and these are so convenient. Like if you have a party, if you have like kid stuff, all kinds of things. You can make so many things with this. It comes with these little laminating sheets. I guess I'll take out 2 now. And also the loops. And I know you can also buy this at Walmart. In the craft section, they always have these. So it just comes like this. You stick your paper inside and you just put it in. It's so easy. And I remember doing this a lot when I was growing up, like at birthday parties, and they would kind of use it as a favor, or like after school programs, like for arts and crafts things. So this has been around for a long time. So I'm just gonna take 2 of each out and put the rest of this back in the box. It's kind of cute to use these too when you like make a gift bag or something you need a label and you just want to make it a little bit extra special. So these are the ones I made for my kids' backpack, and then I realized I need to make one probably for their baseball bag because they don't have a proper one. So that's why I'm redoing this. So I'm just going to use a paper cutter. Mine is not very sharp. Like I could probably replace the blade, but it'll be good enough for now. So I'm just going to cut these out really quick. You can just use the scissors also, that works. I will probably end up using the scissors later. I find as this thing gets older, it only works going down. If I try to cut going upwards, it does not work. It just messes the paper up. So you want to cut it so you don't have any like white parts showing, ideally. Sorry if this is out of focus or out of... I'm just cutting it really. Okay, so that looks good. Not too much white. There's a little bit at this edge. Okay, so if you have one like mine where it does a 3 milliliter sheet or a 5 milliliter, I always set it on 5, even if it's a 3, because it'll just ensure that it's laminated better on the sides. If you don't, if it's like, say you use a really thick cardstock, I don't recommend that. It makes it too fat and it doesn't seal as well on the sides, especially right here. So yeah, just this regular, I'll link it down below, but this is just like the kind that you can buy in bulk. It's not like scrapbooking cardstock, just printable cardstock. And you can even use regular paper. I find that it makes it a little more flimsy and I would just want it a little bit stable. But yeah, this is perfect. And I asked them if they wanted to put anything in the back. They said no, so we'll just leave it blank. And later on you can always stick on stickers or whatever. So I don't think there's a right side or wrong side. Just gonna stick it in the middle. So you want to make sure you have a good amount of extra space around the whole thing. And when you have it lined up well, you stick the sealed part in first, nice and flat, and it'll just pull through on its own. So yeah, this part is sealed so it won't come apart. But yeah, if you don't have a thermal laminating machine, it's so handy. Like when you get the sheets, you can, like the big, 8.5 by 11 sheets, you can do so many things with it. You can make bookmarks, you can obviously laminate your kids' artwork, or important papers. Sorry, I'm like really picky about how it's centered. It'll bug me if it's not centered right. So stick the folded edge in and just let it cool. And then all you do is stick this in and loop it through. So this is not hard by any means, and it's only different, I guess, because I'm using Cricut Design Space as like my photo editing software. I don't have Photoshop or anything like that, so using Cricut Design Space just really makes it easy, especially since I have the fonts already that I want to use. Sorry, it's hot in here. Turn that off. But yeah, so thanks for coming with me to make my kids back to school luggage tags or bag tags. I know they start late. Everyone probably already started school already. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video.